Are there options for those who do not want to track their foods?
Yes.
Hard question. Harder answer, maybe.
No. Yes.
It depends on your goals.
Depends on your goals. Yeah.
I think if it's a person whose goals are not to do what we just said, which is like change your body composition. If you're just like somebody that is eating I want to feel better. Like I have gut issues and I want to feel better. I'm not getting good sleep. I feel like I don't have a lot of energy. Like if that's the goal of this person, and I want to eat and I want to get those type of results, which are health results, not necessarily composition results, physical. Then yeah, I mean, I could say like you could stick to whole foods.
Yeah, we can give the people a rule of thumb, like when it comes to the foods that they should have in their plate. Every plate should have a source of protein, which is something that you don't see a lot amongst like the people that are not really exercising. They just eat whatever is served to them. So just pasta, but no protein at all, just carbohydrates. Or for breakfast they'll have like a little cookie with coffee, and then move on. It's like that. So like we can give, if you can have a protein source, a carbohydrate source, and a fat source in each meal, then you're gonna be doing pretty well. And it has to come from whole foods, nothing that is processed.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I don't know if you guys relate to this, but at least me being from Venezuela, like our breakfasts are all terrible when it comes to distribution of macronutrients. Yeah. It's like all carbs, just all carbs and fats.
Dude, I'm not really a breakfast guy. Never been. I haven't had breakfast in years, so. I don't really know what the Brazilian breakfast is.
Oh, true.
To be honest with you, so I have no
Maybe
idea.
We'll find out.
Well, I don't know about Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is like coffee with like a cookie. It's called galletas por soda.
Oh.
So they just like wet the cookie on the coffee and they just eat it, and then they just move on with their day.
That's very European influence of us, because if you see American breakfast is not like that. It's also carb filled, but there's also some protein there, and a lot of fat.
Yeah.
But that's mostly if you go to like Italy, European coffee shops they're like that. That's what they do in the morning.
Yeah.
They get like it's like the sweet stuff in the morning, like the brioche and the croissants.
Yeah.
But other things that we have is Puerto Ricans have a lot of fried food in the morning, especially the ones that work outside. Like they need that fried food because it's cheap and it gives them a high amount of calories for them to go work outside, like doing mechanical stuff or just like construction and stuff like that.
It's also very satiating.
Yeah.
Maybe, although I could argue maybe like it's satiating but you will get cravings and stuff like that. So I mean, but
see how cultural these things are, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very cultural, exactly.
Absolutely.
So like when we're trying to teach people how to
break away from that,
eat a certain way, it's like you're literally taking them away from what they've done for decades.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most difficult things for them to change, because it's a habit, the way they've been eating the whole time.
It's not just a habit; it's a culture.
It's a culture. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I guess to answer the question is, it depends how serious you want to take this.
Right, because we just answered for the 5%.
Correct.
For 95% of people, I think you do want to change your body composition.
Yes.
So if your goals is not to do what we just said, but your goals is like, I want to gain 5 pounds of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle, or I want to lose, probably people are saying I want to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds.
Specifically if you have a date for it.
Specifically if you want to have a date.
If you have a date for it, if you're like, I have to do this by this time, sorry, you track.
Yeah. That is and I will say this, and I think I love this. You said this. I love this analogy that you put about the tunnel, and the dark, being in the dark tunnel, right? Like you could guess. You could go out there and just.
So you're gonna see where you are, and you're gonna
pray.
see the end of the tunnel. But once you start tracking, lights are on. You see everything. You see all the obstacles. You see the thing comes out the floor that you can jump. You see the things that you're gonna duck over, and then eventually you're gonna get to the end of the tunnel without a scar.
Exactly.
But if you don't track, you might get a hit or miss there.
Right.
You get a broken arm.
Yeah.
Hit in the face.
Yep.
Abduction.
You might make it.
Slap.
You might make it there. Like you might end up at the other side, but like, are you gonna take that risk? Mm-hmm. Like, who knows what's in that tunnel?
It's your choice.
Yeah. I heard diabetes is in that tunnel.
Yeah.
She crawls around. She comes and grabs your legs.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Diabetes, obesity,
everything, all that stuff. All that stuff. It's lurking in there. Yeah. It's lurking in there.